What am I to do when they spraying lies, but this is the truth?
This Mr. Go Get It back at you once again with another episode of Speaking the Real. And this time I have actually got me somebody on here that I've been kind of praying for and wanting to be here. Somebody that's done been through it the same way I've been through it and younger. He's family. He's been in some rough spots. He's been in some rough areas. He's done some rough things. He understands now that it's really about focusing on life. He go by the name of Fastlyfe Juvie. Now I'm gonna jump right up in here and say first of all, let me thank you to everyone that has been subscribing, everyone that has been listening, everyone that has been supporting Mr. Go Get It, has been supporting Speaking the Real, and anything that has been affiliated with Mr. Go Get It. I thank you. I also thank those countries out there that listen as well. Germany is one of my biggest listeners. Thank you very much for listening. Over here in the United States, my biggest listeners is at 386 Lake City. Yeah. Y'all already know how it go. Appreciate the love. Okay, Jacksonville, Orlando, Miami, Texas. It's a lot of y'all in there, man. So I'm gonna say thank you. A lot of y'all we done been on the road with. A lot of y'all actually have been supporting us as well. We talk through Instagram, through TikTok, through Facebook. So I thank each and every one of y'all. Right now, we gonna get into this here with my man Fastlyfe Juvie. And the first thing I want to ask is, how did you come up with the name Fastlyfe Juvie?
To be honest, fast like that would off the record, man. Fast life wasn't even me. This was something turned into something. Like it was us jits hanging out, you know. And then it's like everybody live a fast life, so that's where fast life come from. As far as the Juvie, I didn't never give my name to myself. The name Juvie, the streets gave me the name Juvie because I was like action. I was youngin', but it wasn't about me being young. You know, it was like it's got a definition behind it. You know, it's not spelled Juvie. It's like Juvie. You know, and like Juvie stands for Just Use Rocks and everything. Previously,
it stands for what?
It used to stand for. I'm gonna rephrase that. Juvie used to stand for Just Use Violence and everything.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but I went through that. Like I went through that for years. And I had this how people say you are like
what you say you
are. You know. So
yeah, okay.
I had to change that. You know, like when I went to prison, like this real. I ain't even trying to make this no testimony, but this is real life. Like when I went to
testimony, this testimony. Then that's the reason why you on here, because it is a testimony. It's a street testimony.
Mm-hmm.
You got all types of testimonies that you can, especially if it can help the youth and help somebody behind you not go through what you went through. So you go back to say you were saying that Juvie was just use violence.
Just use violence and everything. Yeah.
So you were training yourself.
Yeah, you know, and that's right. What the streets gave me, and then it was like, I was like, okay, I took it and I ran with it. But like I say, I done been in prison. You know, for people who know, I'm 24. I've been in prison 3 times. You know, for the same charge. You know, I got a home invasion charge. You know, and I've been in prison 3 times behind that, and it's like I ain't really getting no chance till now. I'm finally free, no papers, no nothing. I'm finally free. I've been home 7 months now, and it's like it feels good, but it's like it make you think. It make you think because it for a person that ain't never been in trouble and catch their first time being in trouble and you go through the thing I went through, and that, like it's real. Yeah. Like it's really real. Like and it's not. It's, I'm gonna say this too, because I don't know how it was back when you went to prison, but when I went through the prison, when I went through prison system, it was rough. But it's not what you think. It's not like how you see it on TV and all that. It can get like that, but it's not like that. That's probably some way, you know. But it's not really like that. It's just like it's really about you, like you coming from a boy to a man. You know, like, some people don't become that. Some people don't need. They either gonna be a boy or a man or a female dog. You know, so it's. Yeah. If you ain't equipped for that, don't even try to live that lifestyle because it get real enough, and then you can't call them Cause mama can't do nothing for you, daddy can't do nothing for you. It's up to you now. You made those life decisions, and so it's up to you. You know, and like people don't understand, like prison, it teach you a lot. You know that they say it's like, okay, prison will mess you up, and in a way it will, but it's how you train your mind. You know, regular life without going to prison to mess your head up. You know, just being in life struggle. You know, when life in itself, it'll mess your head up. You know, so it's like, but prison it taught me a lot. You know, I went to prison when I was 16. Well, 17. I got locked up when I was 16. Turned 17 in prison. In jail, and I ended up going to prison. And I had to raise myself up. Be a man. Yeah, like it was like I had to. It ain't no more little boy panties on. It's some real deal boxers. You really out here.
Right.
So it was like when I got there and I really seen how everything was, and it was like, man, hey, it's like, hey, you liable to not make it home. You about to get with this program. And I always been that type of person. I always know how to adapt my environment. I don't care where I'm at. Right. They probably put me in Switzerland and my legs, I got some messed up legs. I get cold and then you can froze, but I'm gonna blend in.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's like I'm not.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, I can't go for that. You know, I can't go for it.
I know when I went to prison, I went to prison early, like back when before CRD came out. CRD just came out when I stepped into prison. So you got incentive gain time, but when I went, it was more violence when I went. You seen the finessing, but you seen a lot of violence. When I went, cause I went through my first time. I went to Brevard, and they call that gladiator school. Mm-hmm. You know, we stepped off the bus the first thing they say, to this gladiator school. If you don't know how to fight, you might need to go back up to. I think it was a place up in Trenton. They said it done got bad now. The little prison up here, you can go back up that way. But Brevard and I think it was Brevard and the one out in the Panhandle. That one you didn't want.
Not Washington. It was Washington.
No, it wasn't Washington. This was ACI.
Hey, that's rocking right now.
So I know what you mean. You talking about you was 16. You turned 17 in jail.
Yeah, I turned 17 in jail, and I went to prison. I bonded out. I got locked up when I was 16.
So now you didn't go to no boys' home. You went to prison.
I went straight to prison.
Okay.
Yeah, my first time, man. I went to detention center my first time, 14 days, and I thought I was finna go home. But one of my co-defendants came to the detention center with one of the younger co-defendants that I got. He came to the detention center with me, and when I called home, they told me, man, hey, such and such locked up. He coming in there. I don't trust him. He ain't right. So I see where his head was at, see where everything was at. He was like, everything good. So I'm like, man, my days almost up, man. I'm finna go to court, So when they called me for court, they called him for court, but it was crazy because it was like, man, but you just got here, what you finna go to court for? You ain't locked up with me because I wasn't locked up for what he was locked up for at the time.
Oh, okay.
I was locked up for absconding. I was on juvenile probation.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and they didn't they couldn't find where I was at, so they say, and they put up a absconding warrant on me. So when they found me or whatever, locked me up, 14 days, took me back to court, and then that's when the charge of Mahomovich came about. Yeah, so I ended up going to jail, and I was silent in, I think, like 90 days. That's when my grandma died. I got locked up January 28th, 2016. My grandma died April 27th, 2016.
So did you ever come to the conclusion of why you actually was doing what you was doing?
Still to this day I don't.
You just but do you still just doing it off a whim, or just off a thought, or?
No, to be real, and because like we said, we speaking real.
Yeah.
I was doing it because you know, I don't know if it's sensitive or not, but I was a bitch. I was a coward. I ain't know how to say no. I knew it was wrong.
Right.
But I ain't want to. I ain't want to. I ain't to the other ones. I ain't want to sit here and say like, oh nah, bro, we ain't.
Right. Because
I don't want to be the nigga that's down because I was
That's actually what I was trying to get to. Because I'm like, a lot of times people do things because of peer pressure.
Yeah. And that's real. It's really real, and that's what they
know.
don't know. I suffer with mental health problems for real. Like it's really real with me. You know, like
right.
it's better than what people think. But I don't show that though. You know, and you won't see that out of me. If I don't tell you that, you won't know that. You know, that's
you basically try to fight it off on your own.
Yeah, you know, I don't need no medicine to do all that. You know, that I had to learn. I had to wean myself from off of that. You know, and show myself like, oh no, man, that ain't gonna do nothing but mess me up later on.
But you know what I've learned. Actually, just being in the music and being around people, as long as I've been being around people, I was always quiet myself. I'm still quiet right now. I've actually learned myself that, you know, sometimes you gotta talk to somebody. And by you being an artist, you can put it on paper. It's just that once you put it on paper, you leave it on the paper. It don't have to be done no more over here. You know what I mean? So, and that's how I look at things now. I look at things now that, okay, if it was rough, I'm not gonna make it no rougher than what it's already is. The only thing I'm gonna do now is move on, because I got other things I got to do, especially if it's something that was just there. But when you got a passion for something and you have a situation going on like that, you know, talking like what you're doing now, you don't realize how many doors you opening spiritually for yourself just by even speaking about it. You know, and a lot of young people need to speak about it. They need to speak up. And I know it comes down to peer pressure.
Yeah, it do. It do. I don't suffer through it.
I
don't really go through it as much as I like back then.
Right.
Like now, because I've been through it. Like I said, I've been home. I've been home 7 months. So it's like usually if I would have still been on there, I would have been still on the same thing. I would have been back locked up if I was, you know,
right.
still with that same mindset. But once I sat down in prison and I really talked to God, like what people don't understand is when you say talk to God, you don't gotta get in there and like fake talk to him. Like what I mean by fake, like Father, you like no talk to that man for real. Like how me and you talking.
Right.
That's exactly. Right. I'm telling you on everything I love. That's exactly how I talk to God.
But this is what I'm gonna tell you, cause I feel just what you feeling, and this is what I tell people. However you talk to him, make sure you listening, because I pray in the way where I'm at with the Spirit. Sometimes I start with talking to the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. You know, sometimes I start with a scripture out of the Bible, because I'm trying to tap in now. So I understand it that way. But your way, I understand it first, because I remember when I was in cell, that's how I used to say, what's homie? I'm for real. I used to say homie. What if I call my closest friend? I did that. I did that in Brevard. I did that in RMC. I did it in Blackwater.
Yeah.
You know, I did it. And the reason why I did it, because I could hear from him. But he gonna come right back with the same. All he doing is just telling me the right way, but he gonna come back to me with the same. If I came at him with the DMX boys, he come back with the DMX answer. And what I mean by that is just he gonna come back to me same by action. And you want him to come at you that way, you know what I'm saying?
However you can understand him.
However you can understand.
That's how I had to learn it, you know, and it was like, and it's so crazy though, because I really told God this though, and I don't know if I ever told you this, but Boost is my favorite rapper. And it was something that it was one of the songs, I think in the song thing, I'm sorry. That's one of the songs was said. And I got when I went to prison, I got on my knees and I told God, you know, like I'm sorry. And then it was like, you know, and then it's one with him and Lil Snoop, where he told God, like, if you let me out of this situation that I'm in right now, I'm gonna ride for you like I do my homeboy, you know. And God he know my heart. He know how I feel about my brothers, you know. So It's like when I told him, I relayed them same words to him, in a way, and I'm right here. You know, like,
Yeah.
so you really listen. Like, now I know, I ain't gonna say I don't supposed to be out, but, you know, it wasn't looking good for me.
Well, what you got to do now, the same thing, what you asked him, and you here now, you gotta respond back now to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you already told him what you would do, you know, and you just got to step flat, put it in it. Well, what I mean by step flat, put it in it, that don't mean you ain't gonna have no hard time.
Yeah.
That mean we ain't no problem gonna come. To be honest with you, more problems gonna come. Once you decide to go the right way, a lot of hills start coming. I done been there. So then you kind of start backing yourself off. But what you have to realize is this: you have to know how to balance it out.
Yeah.
Because like it's in there, it's in Ecclesiastes. It's a time for everything. So if there's a time for everything, all I need to do is just talk to him, and he'll let me know when the time is.
Yeah.
If it's a time for me to protect myself, or it's time for me to keep my mouth shut, it's time for me to open my mouth. It's, you know, whatever that time is for me to do. If he telling me when it's time to do it, everybody else can go to, you know, wherever you're going. You know what I mean? And that's the way it's supposed to be. But the problem is too many men want to be him.
Amen.
They want to be God.
Amen.
I want to be that one that got to tell you when you're going to work and when you're going to get up and all
You get a
that.
lot of that in prison.
Yeah. But see,
You get a lot of that.
once you realize that the prison really is in your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Once you realize that it's really in your own mind, then you can go forward and say, you know what, I ain't gonna lock myself up. And that's how I am. I don't want to lock myself up with nothing. And the reason why, because up here is the only thing I can protect, and right
Mhm.
here is the only thing I can protect. And you want to protect your mental and your spiritual state.
Amen.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, like, I tell all my brothers, I don't want, like, bro, we gotta expand our horizon. We cannot be in the same place, you know, like, we represent 386, you know, we love it,
Right.
you know, so, but we gotta think past it. Some of us don't know how to think past go, you know.
Yeah.
You can put them in a situation, they don't know what to do. This is like how they used to test with the little mice and stuff.
Mm.
Okay, they put a little mice right here, this group of mice, you know, but this group right here, they ain't did putting no drugs in them, or none of that, you know.
Right.
And they don't show these mice, they don't been here for 60 days, but these mice over here, they don't put drugs on them, they don't test it with them. These over here, they don't know how to they don't know how to think past go, so they don't even know how to get to the hole at the top. But these over here, they ain't did nothing, they ain't did no drug, you know.
Right.
So they can they know how to form a way to get to the top, to get out of that maze that they going through, right?
Right.
That's society, that's what we going through right now, you know. And then this is like, that as far as like the hood, and then the suburb area, you know, or the black or white, however you put it, you know, it's like, you will put drugs in this community, you know, and then don't put none in this community right here. But then when you see some people that way, you drop drugs off in the community that I got from out of there, and it came over here in this community, now you think it's a threat, you think it's like, oh dang, like, you know,
Right.
like you think little,
Right.
you know, but it's not, you see where I'm going at?
Yeah, I see where you're going. Because you look at the situation of where we want. Everything is separated and segregated, no matter what they say. If we want more of this going over there, more of this gonna go over there. If we
Yeah.
want more of this going over there, more of this gonna go over there. That's the same thing I say about, you know, the business is here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we need to grow, and we need to show that we can unify ourselves, because somewhere down the line our children see division. So who they gonna see division in? Now I understand, like I said, I did a podcast about 3 weeks ago, and I understand that the children, Facebook and all that, but Facebook is messing up everybody.
Facts.
Instagram is messing up everybody. It ain't just messing up your children, it's messing up everybody. But if the children are taught a certain way in the home where they at, you know, they'll grab some stuff out there, but it's hard for them to hold on to it, because the home, they don't do it at the house.
Mm-hmm. And
You know what I mean?
you know what I seen the other day? It was on a Facebook reel, and it was speaking on how America is and how like Japan and Korea and all them is over that way.
Right.
Okay, on our TikToks and these things we see, okay, we seeing people doing little funny little things, little jokes, all type of little stuff like that right there. But to the one that's over there in China and Korea and all that, you know, they government really run they TikTok. So they see what they, like, the government put what they want them to watch. They just can't, it ain't just, you're not finna just upload no videos how easy we can do it over here in America. They over there watching all type of learning, everything. You know, they learn how to defend themselves. They learn how to grow crop. They learn how to do. They doing stuff like that there, but we not really teaching that over here in America. You got some. You have some. I'm not gonna say we don't, but you have some people that's getting the grasp of what's going on. So they doing it now, but you don't really got too many people really doing that for real. And it's like, whether we know it or not, the time here. It ain't no we need to get ready for this. It's already here.
Right.
We don't know about it because we blind to it.
If I'm not mistaken, now, what you're saying is facts about China. But if I'm not mistaken, China owns TikTok.
Yeah.
So they control it. If I'm not mistaken, too, America has been trying to come at China about TikTok.
Because they already know that. What we see in here over in America, they don't see this. They over there in China, they can't see what the China people can't see what we do. They ain't seeing none of that funny stuff and pranking your mama. They ain't doing that.
They society not seeing it, but they government is.
And it's blocking, it's banning.
And the government also can just say, okay, they doing this and they doing that. This what they doing, this what they doing. That's a defense mode that you can have too. On once you see, because everybody's in their home with it. Everybody's in their home with it, and then some people get a little.
Yeah, and it's right now in this day, everybody trying to find that viral moment. You know, and they don't even know that viral moment can cost them their life. You know, because fame come with a price. It don't just come how they think. It's like now you see a lot of the exposing of the industry and stuff like everything is though, man. And me personally, I don't want to do that. I want to do music, but I don't want to be one of those type of person that have to sell my soul and nothing like that right there. You know, I done been through a hard life already. You know, it's like, man, my soul already done been through too much. Like,
but see, I feel like in the industry, in the business, you can sell your soul. I truly believe that it's what you want. Some people want too much.
The greed.
Yeah.
Engineering greed. That's what causes you life.
And I go back to the balance. It's a balance. Everything is a balance. You gotta know when to slow down. You gotta know when to say no. Cause all money ain't good money.
And I had to learn that. You know, I never was the type to sell drugs. I have. Right. But that's not my cup of tea. Like, I do not like
it. That was my thing.
Granddad was on crack. Yeah. You know, and it really hurted me to see him like on crack. Like, and I'm up here calling these other people, you know, just you gonna, oh man, that's a base, that's a junkie or whatever. Right. You know, but man, my granddad on it. You know, he on the same thing I'm calling these people. But that really hurted me to know like he own it, but it's like I'm being a bully to these people to soothe my pain, you know, and that's like, that ain't real. Right. That's not real at all.
But see, then that's what I mean by the situation you go through. Me, when I came up, that's how I came up. The hustle game. That's what we called it. It was hustling. And back then, like I say, it was when crack first hit.
that's real, man.
And you didn't. You seen the people that was on it, and it didn't faze you because you already thought, okay, this is what they want to do. Okay, you know, so I seen it as a hustle, but I had to stay in it to see the downfall of it. Even when the downfall had to come to me going down, and that's what happened. So you know,
and people want to see that, like that right there alone will go over a lot of people's head.
But yeah, because if I can keep you, and I'm gonna go, I gotta do this. If I can keep you at a certain position so long, you will start believing that's where you're supposed to be at until somebody come to you and say, hey, you need to move up up.
Mm-hmm.
Then
that's what we go back to. A lot of people can't think past go.
Right. So then you stuck there. So I look at that in every situation. I was one of those people. I was stuck there in the hustle game because I had never got caught.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing was, if you didn't catch me, I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I'm succeeding.
Yeah,
I'm succeeding.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, if you didn't catch me, I'm not wrong. I was that person that believed in whatever you do, you're gonna get messed up. But what I didn't realize was this. It don't mean it's gonna happen right then.
Yeah.
To some people, it happen right then. To some people, yeah, you ride out till it gonna hurt you. And when it got
when
me,
it do hit you,
when it did get me,
it hurt.
It did.
Yeah.
It hurt, bro.
And I can go for that, and I've been through that, so I know it. Like every time I've been in prison, I lost somebody in school. You know, my first time going to prison, I lost my grandma. My second time going to prison, I lost my oldest brother. My third time going to prison, the one that I just got out from, I lost my granddad when I'm telling you that smoke crack, you know. And it was like, dang, no. The first time I lost both of my grandma. I lost my grandma that raised me, and then I lost my mama grandma, you know, my great grandma, whatever. So it was like, and that was both in the same year. And it was like, that was crazy. It was crazy, but people don't understand though. Like, you cannot straddle the fence. And what I mean by straddle the fence, okay, if you want to wake up and you want to choose your life, say, I don't care, I'm gonna be a gangster. Be a gangster.
Right.
You know, but know what comes with being a gangster.
But and also know what comes with being what type of gangster you trying to be.
Yeah, you know, like don't come out here and be like, oh, I'm a gangster, but when I get caught, I'm gonna tell them. Don't come out here and, you know, like that's not a gangster. You know, that's not a gangster. But if you come out here and then you be in society and you like, okay, well, I'm finna go outside, I'm finna be productive today. I'm finna see how I'm finna get some money. I'm finna see how I'm finna do something really the righteous way, the legal way. You know, I'm not even without thinking illegal. You know, because sometimes people don't understand that we is a part of our environment. Yeah. You know, we really are what we see. You know, whatever we see, that's what we do. Because, like you say, nobody not teaching us that it's wrong. Right. So if I'm coming out my door and I see you peeing on the side of your house, that's what I'm gonna do. He done did it, I can do it too. Right. You know, but that's wrong. You going to jail for that.
And some people done got to the point where they will pee on your side of the house for real.
Yes, what I'm trying to. You will go to jail. That's a whole argument. That's a whole. You can get shot.
Yeah. So it's a lot of disrespect from all areas. It's just that when it comes down to the youth, them the ones that pulling the guns real fast like Gunsmoke. What would be one of the best things you could tell somebody if you had one thing to tell somebody about pulling a gun? The first thought you would tell them to have.
Make sure you're ready. Make sure that's what you want to do. Like, when you pull your gun, don't have no regret about it. Don't have no second thought about it. Like, make sure that's what you want to do, because one thing about it, you got a mind. So if your mind tell you to pull your gun, you know, pull your gun. If your mind don't tell you to pull your gun. See, some people will pull a gun out of fear, and that's be the quickest way to die. You know, but even those people that pull their gun out of fear and kill you, is they wrong? You know, yeah, y'all probably got an argument, but they scared. They not really ready for that life, but that's the image that they portray. So if you're gonna pull your gun, make sure like that's really what you want to do, because they say that we don't get judged until we meet our maker, but we really do get judged down here too. We get judged until we gone. Once you do that right there, that mistake right there, you get judged until you gone. It ain't no turning back from that. So if you're really ready to do that, because once you do that, right, just know it's gonna be effect after that. You know, and that cycle liable to keep going, and it might turn out the wrong way. You know, so a lot of people don't shake back from it. A lot of people don't pull that gun and don't be the same. I ain't met one person that done pulled a gun and done either shot at or either killed somebody that been the same. It's like something about once you pull that trigger and you in that it just that feeling in that shot. It just I don't know if
it changes things.
It changed a lot. And so if you want to do that, if you want to go down that road, just I ain't gonna tell you to go down the road, but I'm gonna just tell you to make sure that's what you want to do. To make sure you're ready for it, because that is really real.
Yeah, my question would have been to them to ask themselves, do I need to put it? Because it's for what guns are being pulled for. I'm never getting a direct answer, and the direct answer ain't never. He was shooting at me first. Man. It's always
You know, I just seen on the news. It been a minute though, but down in I think I don't want to say the wrong name, but I think it was the judge's name, Grady, the sheriff Grady or whatever. I think or something like that. He telling them, hey, if you don't have a gun and you're not scared, you need a gun, get one.
Well, see,
you know, because right now.
But see, this is what I'm saying. You gotta weigh that. Mm-hmm. And what I mean how you gotta weigh that is this. He's talking to law-abiding citizens that done been in the store shopping and somebody just came in busting. Mm-hmm. He talking to them. He not talking.
You don't think he talking to the fellas?
Well, I don't know. I don't think he talking to the fellas. I think he talking to people that's an adult that feel they need one because they done been in that situation. But you got guys that's toting guns and getting guns now.
Just to don't have the long extension.
And the thing about it is, most of the people that's getting killed are people that is not old enough to have a gun. They may be so, I don't think he was talking to them. Yeah. I don't think he was talking to kids, telling kids if you
no, I don't think he shouldn't. I hope he wouldn't talk to the kids and tell them to get it, because them the one that's really doing it. Like this little girl down here, the 12-year-old Mariah, man, that's crazy. Like that's innocent people about nothing, about foolishness.
But it was two kids that was under the age. You can't even go buy a gun. You're not. I think it's 21 now. You got to be 21. So anybody under 21 with a gun ain't got no business with them anyway. So I don't think he was talking to them. They already, what he doing now is, see, they put stuff out there for us to eat it. Mm-hmm. And however we digest it, that's how we get it. Mm-hmm. If they tell us, yeah, go buy a gun, like, I done heard that, go buy a gun. I done heard some, all type of people say, I'm going to get me a gun now. Some of the people that's going to get guns is going to get them because they live in an area where people might be breaking in the house. Mm-hmm. And it's done picked up, so they go get a gun. But these kids that have them, I'm like, whoa. Man, we got to go back to this
day and age. In this day and age, and not even go back with the music. In this day and age, once you listen to these songs, all these kids, whatever they hear in this song, they think that's really, really what's going on. And even in most cases it is, but 9 times out of 10, that person that's really doing it on this, saying it on this song, he ain't
the one doing it.
Yeah, it ain't really. It's rare that you really find them like that. That's really still doing it. So like, and I think it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's another thing needs to be addressed. A lot of how the music proceeds. But it's hard now. Mm-hmm. You got kids got these. You got iPhones and all this smartphones. They got everything now. 5 and 6 year olds.
Yeah, man, they can work better than I can.
Right.
I promise you they can.
So they and you can put that parental stuff on there and all that there, but let's say they done played with that so much the battery done went dead. Man, and then you get one of them parents that ain't thinking, here, use my phone.
You know
and your phone wide open.
You know what I learned on that, right? Because I got my daughter, she's 7. And I got a sister, 10, and this nephew. Okay, we have on their TV for the parent thing where you can't see like certain stuff, right? Okay, they watch on the parental thing. It's still, they still got on there. They still teaching nudity. They still teaching myself. They still doing what you don't want them to do on the real. I done seen this so much crazy stuff. It's crazy. Like
that's what I was saying. And you still got it away in school, teaching them certain things at a certain age, at an age that's before 13. They really got like that. But that's the way it is.
Technology is crazy.
Well, and what we allow on technology and then technology, it's almost like they knew that we gonna speed everything up.
And that's really what they're doing, and they speak on that in Revelation, that
Speed everything up.
And like in this day and age, like man, what this world coming to, like how everything coming to, like man, don't nobody really know how God gonna come back or when he coming back, but they know it's soon. Like I just told you, he already is here. And so we can be talking about it right now. He can just pop up out of the blue, and we don't know exactly when, but is he here? I know that much, But what people need to understand and what they need to really do, like they need to get to a point right now in their life and get their life together. Like don't go out here and think that tomorrow is promised, because it's really not. Like man, so many people dying. People really dying. Like, and the power of tongue is crazy. My girlfriend tell me that all the time. Like man, my girlfriend don't play with me. She really she like a mom, no cap. She really is. Like she really don't. I'm not this. She really is. She don't play with me. She don't play with me, man. So it's like.
But that's good though. That's good. Everybody needs somebody that can. I always tell people this. If you around somebody and everybody around you can't nobody stop you, that's a problem. Somebody got to be able to stop all of us. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes we can't stop ourselves, or we don't want to stop ourselves. But that person that we love and respect so much, they can say, hey man, they may have to say it a couple of times or pinch it, whatever, but that person that really know how to get my attention. You know what I mean? And we need that. When it get to the point that can't nobody say nothing to you, you have to check yourself in.
And it's what got me even like that, even when I come down and listening to her, is like, especially with my mama grandma, like, so it's like, even though that hurt me, my mama gone, I still, in a way, I feel safe. I feel like she said, yeah, cool. My girlfriend, we done been together 10 years, and we still together, kind of. So it's like, when I have a bad day, I might come at her wrong. But she'll let me know right then, and that's just like, just cause you ain't, don't bring this on me, cause I ain't really did nothing wrong to you. Okay, so we need to go ahead and start this. So you don't want to start this over. She gonna hit the phone, hang it up. She know that's gonna make me mad, but she know that's the way to get me right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my mind right. So by going through things like that right there, and seeing that right there, like me maturing a little bit more, noticing where I go wrong at with her or whatever. Like I think that's what counts. Like, so.
Anytime you can notice you're wrong, that's what counts. And you got to notice you're wrong. Man, it's a lot you said today that I done said to people done said to me, younger and older. Most people I've been around was older people. And it's a lot that you said, and it's a lot that you done been through, especially for your age. But like I say, I can relate because I was getting in trouble and doing my thing a little earlier, but it was years earlier, before you. But I'm gonna end this episode we had with you. But I want to ask you one thing. What do you have in mind for for the future for what you want to do. Let people know, what you got in mind. For the future, what you want to do. No matter what it is, just what you got in mind, for your future. That is your future. What you got planned?
Right now, so I turned 25 in like 30-some days. On March, whatever, right? And I always talk to God. This been the only dream that I have. Like besides being a rapper, I always told God I want to at least let me be rich by the time I'm 25. At least like wealth. I don't even have to be like rich. I just want to be wealthy. I want to be, So like that was always my goal. But I always talked to God, but I never put the step out to become rich. I always said what I want to do and how I want to do it, but I never put the foot forward to do it. This actually my first foot forward to become rich, because I know it's finna happen. But what I got planned on right now, how I'm finna become rich, like besides out of this podcast, you teach me how to become a man, like my own man in this type of business. So it's like I'm coming up with this thing called giving flowers. Giving flowers with Juvie, and it's basically like shedding light on people that's coming home from prison. That's like us. Like people look at us like we statistics, like we don't belong here, but we do. We don't have real people that came out of prison and really became millionaires and still millionaires and got wealthy businesses, and so it's like people that came from out of prison, or even the juveniles that's coming out of the program that want to get back into football or basketball or whatever the thing they're trying to do. Like I want to give light on to that right there and let them know. I want to give them their flowers, let them know, man, keep going, man. Like I see you out here. Like if I see you, somebody else see you. And to right now to the world, I ain't nobody, but I am somebody. To me, if I'm somebody, but if I can see that you doing good, if I see that you, hey, somebody else in this world need to see that. Somebody else need to give you your props.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, like I say, I'm gonna help you with that. We're gonna be getting back with Juvie again, and he shed some light on something that I'm actually going to add to my podcast. But I told you that after this here. But what I want to do is let y'all know, let them actually know where they can follow you at on your IG or any of your social media pages. My Snapchat just got disconnected. I gotta get another, but right now you can find me on Facebook at Fastlyfe Juvie. On IG it's the same thing, Fastlyfe, but it's _Juvie. Fastlyfe is spelled Fastlyfe, Juvie Juvie. And on IG is same thing, but IEEE Juvie. Juvie. But yeah, man, y'all follow me, man. I follow back. I also got music on SoundCloud, same thing, Fastlyfe Juvie. Facebook, no, Insta. What I done said, am I ready? And and YouTube, my YouTube account. My YouTube account is Pocket Rocket Juvie. POKKETT ROKKETT Juvie JUVIIEEE. So yeah, man, y'all what's happening with me? Okay, now all the information there, I make sure I get all the information from him as well, so I put it on my page so you can, anybody that want to try to follow Juvie, you can follow Juvie. Right now, I'm be getting up out of here, man. I'm Mr. Go Get It. We was just with Fastlyfe Juvie. 386, we still loving you.
What am I to do when they spraying lies, but this is the truth? I ain't gon' post, ain't finna hate on your growth, but they gon' hit my side in the booth. Somebody lied to me too.